Everything else is just icing on the cake, you dig?
Peace, sundown. What's good, bro?
Man, nothing really. Just trying to. I haven't eaten dinner yet, and it's kind of late. But I just realized that.
Should we eat? Nah,
No.
it's rude to eat. It's
Nah,
rude to eat.
yeah, nah, I don't want to.
They don't. Yeah, we can't have them.
That's actual proof.
So straight to it. We've been gone for 10 years. No, yeah, 10 years, almost.
Just about. Well, you talking about going back to when?
2012. Black Boy Radio.
Oh, yeah, just about. Yeah, coming up. Yeah,
That's
10 years between. Yeah, projects. Yeah, full projects.
that's a long time.
It's a journey.
So what made you want to step back into this?
You, man, for really, like you are a huge part of it. Like, one, because a lot of the stepping away from it was to experience whatever we all experienced when we stepped away, and a big part of that was a lot of personal family stuff that we both were going through, and I can just show you I appreciate you for being patient with me as went through that entire process, or that entire experience in general. And I'm like, got to come back and rock out with my man Sundown again.
That's interesting. Yeah, well, on my side, it was, man, we got all this music. Like the times that we got back together to record music that people haven't heard yet, new music that people haven't heard yet. It's like running a fast break with somebody that, Magic and Kareem, or
because it dominates. But their second that they have belongs to Utah, so they're hoping that the Jazz stumble. Skyhook from Kareem instead.
Wilkes has got the ball, boxing out beautifully on Thompson. Magic's got it. Magic give to Kareem, slam dunk, 6-0.
Down to McAdoo. McAdoo to Nixon.
Isaiah and Joe Dumars. Like,
Riding high, y'all. KMBA 91.7. Here's Branford Marcellus. Getting funky with no pain, no gain.
Look at Isaiah, and somebody scores. Go will drive in, reverses off the high glass, and hits.
What a pass from Isaiah Thomas. Wow.
Freezes Jordan, spins inside. Spectacular!
it just works. So
Yeah,
I was like, maybe we shouldn't hang this up just yet. Like, things are stable enough for us to jump back out here again. And I mean, beyond that, it's just fun, like performing and recording. I mean, we've always kind of recorded ourselves. We've always had like a specific studio experience. So it just made sense.
Yeah, no doubt. Like, I'd be remiss if I didn't, mention that. I mean, I don't know what I'm also curious as to where ActProof has been. Just like all the people that support us. For those that do, thank you guys for remaining patient with us as well. you know what I mean, as we went through that experience, and it's all because I'm sure during this 10-year hiatus, you too have been through things like we all have. So I feel like we're all connected in that regard, that we are now in the present moment and we have all the ability to share with one another yet again. And I appreciate, you know, any ear that is tuning in tonight and subsequent nights after this. You know what I mean? So it's definitely a combination of all of that. I echo what Sundown is saying as well. And we've had, you know, we've had a tremendous amount of support from friends and family, and, you know, other, you know, peers and even peers that we look up to, you know, that we were inspired by, you know what I mean? And you know, I feel like all of that has been what has propelled me, and, you know, to come back out here and share once again. But by the way, I will share this, and I plan on being as transparent as possible this time around, because I feel like I missed the opportunity to connect with everyone. You know what I mean? Prior to, but I got some fake books behind me to appear smart. And I'm not on NPR. See, mirrored.
Oh, there you go.
You gotta know that the setting is mirrored. But yeah, you know what I mean. So we, you know, my man Sundown, like I've appreciated his patience, and I feel like I am ready to rock.
Yeah, I've had people ask me before. You know, I've recorded stuff solo and whatever, but it didn't feel right without getting ActProof back on course. And there is no ActProof without the both of us. So,
right.
You know, for however many years that we haven't done anything or been out here in the public eye. I mean, we've been recording for a pretty good amount of that 10 years that we've been gone.
I think we amassed how many songs did we say we have amassed over that time? That
I don't know the number.
That really hasn't been heard.
Yeah, I don't know the number, but I do know that like having people ask on Twitter, like, yo, you guys still working? Yeah, we are. Like, we just left the studio, or yeah, we just did something 2 weeks ago, or yeah, we were on the phone writing together. Like, I mean, that's been happening pretty much the entire time. And it got really old saying like, yeah, we're working. Yeah, we're going to drop something soon, you know, because that was the intent. That's what I thought, but you know, it didn't work out that way. So it's nice to be able to say like, yeah, we actually are putting out music this time, and like we're in control of it. Are we going to make some mistakes? Yeah, probably. Are we going to, you know, bump our head a little bit and get bruised up? Probably, but that's okay, because I mean, this is the process. I just watched Alchemist today talk about all the mistakes he made in his career, and that's Alchemist. Yeah. Like he's provided the soundtrack or pieces of the soundtrack of my life, and to hear him,
like that shit is expected. Like it should be expected for us to, well, like that's literally part of the growth process that we've been inspired to watch over the last 15 years when you really put it in perspective. Like, and all we've done is just said, you know what, well, dang, we've seen 15 years of it, and we want to, I mean, that's inspired. I know, I'm speaking of myself, that's inspired me to want to do the same. The idea like, yo, why, you know, at what point are we going to apply what we've learned for ourselves, right? Because that was the whole design in the beginning for me and Sundown, right? Was to evolve, right? Like to grow in our craft, to grow in our, content and consciousness and awareness of self, right? Like that. And I feel like our life experiences were necessary to even continue, right? But because I don't know, especially nowadays, like where most of the content comes from is really from the heart, and most of that is come from life experiences, and I have no other medium to share it but through this art that I feel like I'm good at. I will set a disclaimer. I do have a job. I'm in my work clothes still.
I think it's important that you said that, because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of rappers with day jobs.
Right.
Or not just rappers, but artists, period. Illustrators, singers, rappers, spoken word artists. Like, I mean, you have to pay the bills.
And I always have to check myself. I always have to check myself to be like, is because I work, does that make my bars wet? Like I gotta check myself to be like, just because I have a job, because I was like, oh, this nigga nice, this nigga got bars. Oh, he works. Oh,
the perception of, I think like the internet it's a place that has given everybody access to, like, oh, you want to make beats? Oh, you can download software. You don't need an MPC or an ASR or whatever. You want to sample? You can record straight off of YouTube if you can't get out to a record shop or whatever. But with all that, there's also the 52 fake out. Like you can show people certain parts of your life and keep everything else separate. So, like, let's say you rent a nice car for a video shoot or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Some people might not know that's not your car, or you go blow a whole bunch of money on clothes that you can't afford. Some people might believe like, yo, he dresses like that and it's nothing to him. Like,
right.
But the reality is we're still in the middle of a pandemic. There's, unemployment and, stimulus money flying around. People are.
And prices are going up. These prices aren't coming down. They're not coming down. Like the cost of living is going up everywhere dramatically. And so that, for most humans, currently today, for most people, like we all have to kind of work. We all work in some way, or we're earning, we're trying to earn, we're getting resources together. So
and even if you do make a living off of music, the pandemic was probably tough on you too. Like,
yes.
Live shows stopped, and, people are at home with 1,000 different options to stream music, movies, TV shows. There's all sorts of, there's Paramount Plus, there's Netflix, there's Disney Plus. You can damn near watch anything you want to. So, they're fighting for people's attention and money, just like a rapper who, maybe not just like, but in a sense, like a rapper who has a day job.
Yes. And I'll tell you.
Oh, is he pouring up?
I'll be honest with you. People have heard some of this stuff. Where else am I going to share it? I have to test it out somewhere. Like I'll be at work, but I'm at work. Don't come to my store. You might hear some ActProof shit. You just might. I have to test it on someone, because I'm wearing my work attire.
What's that in the tumbler?
It's a nice Crown vanilla.
Mm.
nice finish to it after a long day of work and a nightcap.
Wow.
After I chatted up with my man son Deezy. This conversation. They tuned in. They want to know about what we got going on, but we have more to cover. We're gonna have to probably do it on future episodes. But we got to talk about these new comedy specials. That's really pretty dope. That's dope. We got to talk about this trip you just took out in the what's the airport name that you had to stop in?
You mean on the way there?
On the way there.
Oh, I connected in Atlanta.
Atlanta, and then you went
to the DR.
DR. What's the where at in the DR? What's Punta? What'd you say?
Punta Cana. I was there
Where's that?
To be honest, I didn't look at a map. I don't know where in the DR it is, but yeah, we were there my wife and I were there for a wedding.
As soon as I said, where is it? I felt like I should have disclaimed that with I've never been there. I've never been there.
Oh, that was my first time in the DR. It's in the Caribbean.
I don't know.
It's
I don't study the map like this nigga. I'm not on the map. I know where everything is.
It's on the other side of Haiti. Haiti's on the left. The DR is on the right.
If you stripped away, if you gave 90, I'd say 90%. I would say over 90% of Americans, or over the world population. I'm not going to single this Americans.
We're going to play the geography game. We're going to do that, and we're going to print out.
We're going to put we'll digital on the screen and give niggas. How many minutes should we give?
You, in order to name all 50 states, you have 5 minutes.
We're failing that.
Nah, I'm good. I could do it.
Oh, wait, 5 minutes?
No.
Okay.
3 minutes. 3 minutes.
Oh, no, I'm thinking we might be straight with the United States. I'm talking about
no, you would be surprised. You would be surprised. I just had a discussion with somebody today, and they didn't know where Delaware was.
Yeah, it's gonna be tricky up there in the damn tight states, nigga. This shit get too tight up there. I don't know how they drew their borders. I'm like, wait, what's that? I didn't draw them.
Could you, let me give you a random one.
Like Jersey, that Jersey, which is
could you point out Rhode Island?
Like blank? With no other references.
No, nothing. Just a map. Find me Rhode Island.
I'm done, bro.
Could you find?
I am not
Nevada.
Yes.
Okay. Could you find Montana?
God damn, it's one of those squares.
Yeah, we're doing that.
You had to don't get into the rectangles. Don't get
We're
into
doing
square rectangle states. Nigga, that's old.
Could you name all 50 state capitals?
What? No.
I think I could get, I'm going to say 42 of 50 with confidence.
I hear them now. Geniuses. I knew it.
Yeah, we're doing that.
But that is dope. That genius is defined by if I know states.
If that's all it takes, then
look, then we might be on our way. All I got. Let me open the internet up a little quick.
We'll do. You got a week to study.
Huh?
You got a week to study. The states. You got a week to
study.
Are
we throwing math in there?
No.
Are we throwing math in there?
No. We're gonna do yeah. I'm gonna throw some trivia questions at you every episode. Nothing crazy.
The episode ends when I finish The Crown.
Okay.
I think I poured in or whatever. Crown. I sip slow, and not just this one cup either. I mean, I don't know. It could be a 1 cup night. It could be a 1.5 cup.
I've never tasted. It looks
It's nice and smooth. I thought, I was nervous about
When
drinking
people
it straight.
say
I've
alcohol
never.
is smooth, what does that mean? There's no
That
burn?
means there's not a bite, yeah, a burn at the back of the throat, or when it goes down, it doesn't burn; it just goes down easy.
Is
With
that-
respect to the Crown Vanilla
Right.
drink,
Sure.
beverage, okay,
Refreshment.
yes,
Mm.
libation or
Libation.
libation.
There
would
it
it be? I know
is.
it was either.
Don't get
But
your
I-
B's
but
and
it-
your V's.
But if I speak Espanol,
No, that's true. Because when I was in the DR, I heard a lot of
when you heard Verizon in the DR, what was it?
started with a B.
How did that sound?
Verizon. Respect
Yes.
due.
It did. That's equal. That's accurate.
And I love it. I talked to a lot of the guys
Yeah,
that worked
why
at
do
the
I want-
resort. They kept calling me family
Yeah,
because they were dark-skinned Dominicans, and
yeah,
one dude was like, "Hey, are you Dominican?" And I was like, "Clearly, I'm not Dominican. I mean, look at me. Like,
yeah.
I dress like an
Right.
American. Like, but but it was cool. It was very cool to like have those discussions with them. Like,
I heard the people say. I heard someone say, "How do Americans dress?"
the few times I've been out of the country, Americans have a distinct style of dress.
How would you describe it? Because I'm telling you, for the people and me, I've been overseas. You know, I've been overseas once. Well, I mean, to explore.
Like, our shoes are different. The sayings on our shirts are different. Some of the hats we wear are different. Like,
Mm-hmm.
the way
Like,
the way we
do you think, are we real sport centric? Are we
I
more
am.
sport centric?
I am definitely, like, I don't leave my house without, a Red Sox cap on if I
Right.
can help it. But just like some of the sneakers I've seen sold in other countries, like, they don't have sneakers that look like that over here. There's just a certain way that the American style is different. I can't really put my finger on it yet, but like when I'm out of the country, I can kind of point out like, oh, that person's probably American.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, we do have a distinct style over here in the wild west. I do think it's been dope, yo, like this whole reemergence, right? Like us getting back into the swing of things. Like, a lot of times our lives don't intersect as much as they have in the past because it's a different time now. And we all are, I know my man Ant, who had proclaimed he would never ever become a dad.
If it was up to me, I still wouldn't be, but
It ain't though. Or is it? Who else did it?
You sacrifice things and ideas and wants and desires when you're in a relationship. And my wife always said she wanted a kid, so I didn't want to be the thing.
Rob her of that.
Yeah, so now I'm a dad.
You fell on the sword.
I did.
Yo, this is the letter E of ActProof. Thanks for tuning in to episode 1 of ActProof's Between Us and the World podcast edition. Be sure to catch us next time where we'll get into more ActProof shenanigans covering a wide range of topics from parenting, self-awareness, where we've been, where we are now, and where we plan on going. Between Us and the World EP1 Amped Up is dropping real soon, so be on the lookout for that. For more, visit actproofofficial.com. Hit us up on Patreon for exclusive content, early releases, behind the scenes, merch, and all that. Thank you for taking this journey with us, and feel free to bring along a friend with you. Peace.
Peace.